In 2D transformation, what we have shown, there is a number of operations we have to implement, and these operations, when we apply these operations, the object are being moved from one position to another position. We can increase the size or decrease the size, or we can rotate an object. This all about 2D transformation. Now the next topic is 2D viewing. 2D viewing means, suppose you are capturing, uh, you are focusing your camera to a particular scene, then you are capturing this scene in your camera. How this total things is taken place, that is our we should concern here. Preview means we should fix a viewing window. That means our device, or our device have some fixed viewing windows. Beyond this fixed windows, there is nothing would be visible to us. That means if there is rectangle shape windows, then the scene that is in the area of these windows, that things only we can only view this scene, and other part that is beyond these windows, our viewing windows, that call the viewing windows, will not be seen by our device, or we unable to view this scene. So how this total process taking place? The total process, uh, the total process having a number of steps. This steps is called 2D viewing pipeline. Pipeline means the set of work need to be done to make take a particular scene view by our viewing windows. First, we have to the object coordinate. We have to first consider the coordinate in which individual object are created as called the object coordinate. That means first we have to consider the object coordinate, real life object coordinate. Then construction of the object and the scene. That means when we are looking a particular scene, we have to focuses on a particular regions. So, and this scene may be constructed with a number of objects. So first, construction of the object and the scene. This is the first one, who is the scene which we will view by our device, maybe the camera, maybe our maybe in a particular portion of our computers. That particular what we will see, that we need to be constructed first. So construction of the object and the scene. This is the first one. Then wall coordinate. When several objects are assumed into the scene, they are described by the wall coordinate. What does it mean? Suppose a scene is constituted of the by various object is constituted with various object. That means each object should be described by their corresponding coordinate, that called the wall coordinate. Then definition of the mapping region orientation. That means after when the object is described by their respective coordinate, that called the wall coordinate or their respective coordinate, then we have to define the mapping region or orientation and where we should focus. In our with the help of a device, we are capturing the scene, na? So where we should focus, that has to define. Then viewing coordinate. That means we have to define, after transformation the coordinate system of the camera, they become viewing coordinate. That means in our camera, what will be the screen size, what will be the viewing coordinate size, that we have to define. The first one, the real life object, the object has to be viewed from our camera. Suppose from a camera, so has to be captured from our camera. So after defining the real life scene, that portion we should focus or we should capture, then we have to define the our the projected our viewing coordinate and our the viewing coordinate of our device. Next, normalize the coordinate. After normalize the coordinate mean the projection onto the common plane. L device independent normalized coordinate. So after we defining that, we should capture the scene within this particular region. Suppose better if we look normalized coordinate, then we have to after fix the coordinate that suppose after fixing the coordinate that we should capture the scene within this particular region, so that should be normalized. Then transformation to the specific device. Then we have to apply the respective transformation for 2D coordinate that we have learned in the previous class, that has to applied on our coordinate to to specify or to fix into our device. That means if there is a camera, if we say our view coordinate is that, to fix this view coordinate to our camera, we have to transform. That means we have to apply transformation, we have to apply scaling to appropriate to make this fix to our device. Then device coordinate. Finally, after mapping those normalized coordinate to specific device, we get device coordinate. That means from the real scene to our camera captures more scene, real scene to our device coordinate, we are mapping from the real scene to our device coordinate. So this transformation is done by the 2D viewing. In the simplest way, 2D viewing says how and what is the boundary of the boundary of our devices where we are capturing our scene. Then which portion we are focusing on, which portion we should capture on, that should be fixed by our devices. And this particular region by which we are fixing the device device looking area is called the viewing coordinate. Whatever I said there is a real life scene, and we are capturing the real life scene to our using our camera. That means we have some certain window or view windows. Using this view windows, we are capturing the a particular real life scene. The real life scene constituted with a number of object, real life object. The object is defined or described by their wall coordinate, and this wall coordinate again we have to describe the viewing coordinate. The viewing coordinate again we have to normalize the viewing coordinate respect to our device coordinate or respect to our particular scene which we are trying to capturing. Then we have a device, suppose a camera skin. Then we have scattered device, and device has a specific coordinate. So we have to transform the viewing coordinate to our as appropriate as for our camera. This is a total mechanism by which we are view a particular scene. This. So how it is happening, that is that means we need to apply the transformation. Suppose this is our wall coordinate, this scene has to capture, and this is our camera coordinate window where viewport where we should view this scene in this area, in this region. What this figure mean? That means we have to transfer this wall view into our device viewport. That means this size, obviously this size should be larger, and this size is as the size of this area is depend upon our device. Suppose the depend upon our camera. Now therefore we have to transform this scene, these windows into this viewport. So how this will be taken place? This transformation, that means we have to apply the transformation that cover in your previous class. That means we have to apply the scaling, we have to apply translation. If required, we have to apply the rotation. That means we have to fix this scene to our viewport. So the transformation, that means here we are applying the scaling. We are scaling. That means we are decreasing the size of our clipping windows. Clipping windows mean that we are focusing and we are rejecting the other part. Suppose this is the rectangle area is our clipping windows. The other part which is not inside this rectangle area, we will not consider, or we can say that these all things should be rejected. So next, after capturing that, we have to fix this total window in our viewport. That is viewport coordinate. This is the wall coordinate where we are focusing our camera, and this is the viewport where we are looking this scene in our camera. This is a viewport, and this thing, selecting this scene from this total scene, is called the clipping. Clipping means we are we are considering all these particular rectangle shape regions, and other scene we are not considering. We will not consider the other part which is outside these windows. Then after selecting these regions, we have to fix this region to our viewport. That means we have to do some transformation. And this transformation, as you know, this is the scaling, because we are just decreasing the size of the windows to fix into our viewport. And how this scaling is happen, that already we are discussed. We discuss, we using our matrix. There's a lot of equations, but these things we have already done in our scaling class or transformation class. Finally, we got this result xv, that is the viewport coordinate, equal to sx xw. W means such as clipping windows, wall windows coordinate, plus tx. Tx means that is the distance from the 0 to the tx. X value, x y distance, tx is a distance of the viewport distance from the 0 coordinate, from the 0 coordinate values, and ty is a distance from the ty to along the y coordinate, ty distance from the 0 position. Therefore, this equation, we got this equation in such a way, the new xv after transformation, new x coordinate value would be s, that called the, as you know, is called the scaling factors along the x coordinate, and this is the scaling factors along the y coordinate. And I am not going into these equations, because I already discussed these things in your transformation class, how this scaling factor is calculated, how this equation is formed, that is discussed in your transformation class. So I am skipping this portion, skipping these equations. Vxv equal to sx, this is a scaling factor along the, here the scaling factor, we are meaning scaling factor should be 1 by something, because we are reducing the size, and should be scaling factor along y side, that also reducing the size. So we are decreasing the size, it's not increasing, this we are decreasing the size. Anyhow, we have fixed our real life view into our device view, device viewport, device view area. So this is called the viewing, how we are capturing the real life scene. Now, some mechanism is required when we are set our viewport for capturing some real life scene. Suppose we have a number of lines. First one is called the line clipping algo. Line clipping algo means we should consider only those lines that inside this our viewport. That means our viewport in general is rectangle shape area. Within this area, the lines, if the line or part of the line is present, then only we capable of viewing this line, and other line that is beyond this region, beyond this rectangle region, we are unable to see the region, see the lines. But how it will be implemented? Uh, Looks here 5 lines. P9, P9, P10, P9, P10 line is beyond the our viewport area, beyond the our displaying windows area, beyond our windows area. So this line should be discarded, or this line should be rejected, because this line is out of our viewing window. If you consider the P4, P3, again this line is not inside this windows. So we will not consider this line again. Look this line P5, P6, part of the line which is from this boundary area to the P6, this line can be seen. Suppose this intersection point is P-5. So up to P-5 up to P6 can be viewed, and other portion need to be rejected because this portion is beyond our view windows. Now, same way, in case of the P7, P8, only P-7 and P-8 will seen from our viewport, from our displayed windows, and other part is rejected because this is beyond our clipping region. This is the scenario that called the line clipping. But how it is implemented, how it is done? For this implementing that, there is a number of lot of algorithm. Among of that, we should select the called Cohen-Sutherland method. Cohen-Sutherland method that I am discussing using the figure. Suppose this is our window. You are looking this windows na? Window দেখা যাচ্ছে তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
আচ্ছা
হ্যাঁ স্যার দেখা যাচ্ছে।
আচ্ছা, suppose this is our device windows, মানে this is our displayed windows. That means we will see all things that inside this windows, and the lines here, the lines, if the line is out or outside this windows, we will unable to see the line. Now how it can be implemented? First, you just draw this line in such a way. You just increase these boundary lines of the windows. Then we should get this region, this one region, this is number 2 region, number 3 region, number 4 region, number 5 region, 6, 7, 8. So we should get the 8 regions. and this is another region, that is the 9 regions. Now there is a 4-bit now representation. Look, somewhere 0 0 0 0 inside this windows, that is the 0 0 0 0. There is a 4-bit representation. There is a 4-bit. Sometimes the bit value is 1, sometimes is 0, and there is a 4-bit placed one by one. So there is a 4-bit representation. 4-bit nothings but, so 4-bit is represent the first bit position is representing the position of the above value above but top values. That means if a line, if a point, particular point, by this 4-bit representation, we are checking whether a particular value, particular coordinate, or particular point inside this windows or outside the windows. If all the 4 values are 0, then we should assure that the particular part or particular point inside this windows, because here showing this region is marked by the 0 0 0 0, and the first 0 is representing the representing the top or the above position, above region. First, when the first 0 is 1, that represent, that is the top region, and other is 0. Next position or bit represent the below. When next position bit representing below regions, that means below of the window. That means here the top position is 0. That means that is not top region. Next bit is 1, another 0. That means this is that representing the, if a point in that region, that means, and the point coordinate represented by 0 1 0 0, that means this point inside the below region. And next bit, that means third number bit representing left region. Look here, third number bit representing the left region. Suppose maybe the left regions here, according to their reference, they are looking, this is the left region and this is the right region. If you think that is the left region, then you may assign here 1, or if you think this is the right regions, you may assign 1 here. Anyhow, that is depend on you. There is no specific rule where you should put the left, where should put in the right regions, where you should put below, where you should set the top values. This is completely depend on your implementation. Anyhow, they are according to this figure, that is these all are the left region. This is the left region. So the third number bit is 1 and others are 0. And here this is 1, that means this is the right region outside this windows, and the other is 0. Look here, this region, this is top region. On the other hand, this is the right region. According to this figure, this is the right region, as well as this is the top regions. That means the top position, the first bit should be 1, the top or the above position should be 1, and the for getting this right regions, that should be 1. So these values, the regions code is 1001. Same way, this is the left region as well as the right region. So this should be for top 1, and for third position is representing the left region. So that should be 1010. This is the below region, as well as this is right region according to the figure. So right region means fourth number bit is 1, and below means second bit is 0. So in this way, we are looking that a position of a point. If the position corresponding the code corresponding a bit is 000, that means this corresponding to a position corresponding to a what is this called, corresponding to a particular view point. If this code is 000, that call the that is this point is in this windows, that means this point need to be displayed, and the other point other than 000 we will not consider. Now the how we should implement this algo. Now, so that means if if suppose these two coordinate values, two terminal values, terminal coordinate of this line, two endpoint of this line, this endpoint or endpoint of this line is the code respect to the endpoint of this corresponding to the endpoint of this line. Looking my mouse pointer is this line, this point is in this region 1000, and this endpoint of this line of this left side, right side of this line is in 1001. Now make them OR operations. Make them OR operation. Apply OR operation in between the two code of the corresponding code of the two endpoint. What will the result after applying the OR operations? 1 1, that is 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 0. That means result is 1 0 0 0 1. This is not all 0. Therefore, we say, look here, OR of the code endpoint, or if we endpoint apply the OR operations of the code, if they are 0 0 0, that means the line completely visible. If not 0, it's not 0, the line completely invisible. That means we will unable to see the line. If the two coordinate, two endpoint values coordinate, if we apply the OR operation, if we apply the AND operations, and this value is not 0, if we apply the AND operations, suppose AND operations here 1 0 0 0 1. If we apply the AND operations and result is not 0, then we say the line is completely outside of the windows. If we apply OR operations and this is they are 0, then this line is completely inside this windows. For this line, suppose this code is 0 0 0 and this endpoint values is 0 0 0 0. That means both endpoint coordinate values are in the same region. The region is 0 0 0 0. After applying OR operations, the result of course should be 0 0 0 0. That means if the result is 0 0 0 0, that means this line is completely inside the windows. Now the other case, if the OR operations are not produce 0, or if the AND operations not produce 0, then what will be the other case? Other case means this is the intersected line. The line are intersect with the boundary of the windows. For this example, suppose this endpoint is 0 0 0 1 and this endpoint 0 0 0 0. If we apply the OR operations, the OR operation is not 0, the result is not 0 because there is a 1, so result should be 0 0 0 1. That means this line not completely visible. If we apply AND operations, we should get all 0. So this line is not completely visible. So from this both criteria is not matching. That means we have this line is in intersect with the windows boundary. Then we have to find out the intersect point. That means we have to find this point which is intersect with this boundary of the windows. That means this is the inner this end is inside the 0 0 regions, and this this point intersect with the windows. This point need to be find. How to find the intersect point? That you can easily find it using the line equations. Because this line equation, how to find this line equation? You can easily find by using the two coordinate values, two endpoint values, or two endpoint coordinate values, and finding their m corresponding m values. M means the slope of the values, and how m values is found. M value is found by y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. This called the slope of the line. Using the slope of the line, we can easily we can easily find this equation of the line. From this equation, and using this coordinate values, this fixing this coordinate value in this equation, here you know x mean, windows x mean, that is a particular windows x mean. Then we can find, using the x mean value, we can find the particular y value in this particular intersection point. So this, in this way, the are using this vertical windows edge, horizontal windows edge, and just considering the slope, we can easily find this intersection point using the corresponding values of the windows coordinate. That means this y mean, windows x y mean, x y max, this all values are known. Like this x y w y mean, w y max, this all are in our is known. So using this point coordinate values, we can easily find out this the intersection point. Then after finding a particular intersection point, again we have to check whether the new intersected point and the other end values. Then we have to apply the AND operations, we have to apply the OR operations. If we get corresponding values, then this line is completely visible. If we get this 000 values, then we have to check for the other terminal point, other endpoint. That means repeating the same things and applying the same three logics, we can find this all line that is inside this windows. Now, polygon clipping. In case of the line clipping, we are not we are just considering the two endpoints, whether the two endpoints inside the windows or any of the or both of the windows outside these windows. That we have to consider using the boundary line and the boundary line and the endpoint of the line of the considering line. In case of the polygon, here if we just using this windows, if we just take this intermediate portion, then we will just cut this outside polygon part, and they only if we take only the inside polygon part, then this will look like that. Therefore, this is not a polygon. This should be like that. So line clipping algo is not applicable for polygon clipping algorithm. Line clipping algorithm and the polygon clipping algorithm are not simultaneously used, because line clipping algorithms work on line, and the polygon clipping algo, if we apply the line clipping algo, then we will get the output like that. That means this is not a polygon, this is a collection of line. Actually the output should be like that. How it can be achieved? That can be achieved by the Sutherland-Hockman method. The basic idea of the method hails from the fact that clipping a polygon at only one edge does not create many complications. That means if if we consider only as one side among of the four side of a polygon or the four side of the windows, first you consider only one side. Suppose just you consider first this side. Wait, this side. After getting this intersected point, just add this line. That means, and reject this remaining portion. Then consider again another line, another side. This side, there is no part of the polygon, so move next side. That means third side. There is no part of the polygon. Again, look the fourth side. Here, you have to find out this the intersected point. If this intersected point, these are the intersected point, then at this intersected point, then you will get this corresponding clipping polygon clipping regions. Look the next figure. Look, suppose this is a polygon. This polygon is far larger than our viewing window, displayed windows. That means total portion, we are unable to see the total portion. So which the portion that is covered by our windows, we need to be displayed on the screen. We need to be displayed on the screen. Now, first one, consider this side, the left side. After getting this left side, after getting the two intersected point, just add this point. Then consider this side, again another side. Then after getting the intersected point, just add this point. Then consider the below portions. Then we will get this and after getting the intersection point, just add this intersection point. Then after that, consider this top side of the windows. Then after getting the intersected point, add the intersected point, and you will get this portion of the polygon that is that we can see from our windows. How it is happened? So there is a 4 different cases how an edge v1 v2, suppose the edge is represented by v1 v2, two vertex, one is v1, one is v2, and this edge is between the v1 v2 can be located relatively to an edge of the windows. Thus, each step of the sequential procedure yield one of the following results: out to in. Look here, the windows, this side is from out to in. That means output is v1, v-1 and v2 1. So v-1 we have to find. In case of this portion, if this windows like that, in to in, there is the output is v2. From v1 to v2, so v1 already, if we have the v1 point, so next edge should be v1 to v2. So next vertex that we have to consider v2. In case of the first case, we have to consider v2. Here we have to consider v1 v2. In this case, we have to consider v1 v-1. Output is v-1. Other than considering v2, we should consider v-1. In the same way, in the fourth case, other than this v1 v2, we have to consider this line is no output, so we just add two intersection point. Now, how this algo is work? how this algorithms work. Consider the flow chart. Just 1 minute. You just enlarge this flowchart in your device, in your phone or computer. Then I will discuss the flowchart. First, suppose there is a point we are considering a particular vertex V2 of the polygon. Now, first we have to check whether V2, first point the V2. Then we have 2 points V2 and V1, and for V1 is a variable, and suppose after taking the V2 point, put this value of the V2 vertex in V1. First, put the V2 vertex value in V1. Then assign new V2 value. That is assign the next point values in V2. What we have to say? First, take a value vertex from the polygon. First, take a point values. Then the next vertex value and assign this vertex value in V1. Next, in V2, assign another next point or next vertex value. That means we have now 2 points of the polygon. One is V1, another is V2. V1 is, that means we are assigning the first point V1, and next is V2. V2 means the current point which are now considering. Now you have to check. That means whether V2 is visible. How do you check whether V2 is visible or not? We have now 2 points V1, V2. First, we are considering V1, V2 point. We are assigning V2 point values into V1. Then we are taking another point and putting this value in V2. That means we have now 2 points. One is V1, another is V2. Now again, now the next step is we have to check whether V2 is visible. We have to check whether the corresponding code of the V2 values are in the visible region or not. If it is in visible region, then V2 is visible, otherwise not. So we have to check the code corresponding V2, whether the code is 0000 or any other code. If it is 0000, that means V2 is visible. Simple. That are discussed in the line clipping algo. And if, okay, suppose it's not visible, V2 is not visible, that means V2 is outside the window. V2 is outside this windows. You just mute from your side. Okay. Noise তৈরি হচ্ছে, noise.
সবারই বন্ধ আছে।
ঠিক আছে, anyhow, V2 is visible. If visible, suppose V2 is not visible. Visible not mean it is outside this Windows region. Then if not visible, then check V1 is visible. Suppose no, V1 also not visible, then we need not to consider the both. So if V2 is not visible, V1 is not visible, then come here. That means take another V1 values, another V2 values, point here V1 and take the new point V2. Suppose now again check whether new point V2 is visible. If no, suppose V2 is not visible, again come here, whether V1 is visible. If yes, V1 visible, V2 not visible, the new point is not visible, but V1 inside this windows, what will happen? we have to find out v dash 1. What is v dash 1? It is the intersection between, look, this is the intersection symbol, intersection between the clipping edge and v1 v2 edge. That means we have to find out this edge, the intersection point, which is v1. So after getting this v1 point, v dash 1 point, we have to save this value in result list. That means previously we had v1 values. Now we have the v1 dash values. Okay. Next, then come again in here. Then again assign v2 value in v1 and v2 value in this next value, next point values. Now check v2 is visible. If it is yes, suppose yes, v2 is visible. Now check v1 is visible. If no, then again v1 not visible, v2 visible. Find the intersection point between the v1 v2 line and the corresponding clipping edge. Find the v1 dash and put in result list. Then again come here, update result list v2 result list. Also add v2 in the result list. Come here again, take another value v2, whether v2 visible, suppose yes, again v1 visible, yes. When both are yes, then just add v2 in the result list. That means after all points are scanned, all points are covered, we will get a result list. Result list means it's a collection of points. If we add the point one by one, then we will get the corresponding, the scripted what this called polynomial. So polygon, we able to script the polygon using this algo. After getting this number of points and adding this point, we will get the clipped polygon. So this is the algo that is using that we can clip a polygon, or this is the polygon clipping algo. There's a three way we can. There's a three mechanism by which we can clip our text inside a displayed window. The three way you can write down. If you have pen paper, you can write down the three way are. It's not given here. Just you may note. Text clipping, there are three types. First type, all of the known, all or non-string clipping. String clipping. First one is all or none, non string clipping. STRING, string clipping. All or none string clipping. This is the first one. Second one, all or none character clipping. All or none character clipping. This is the second one. Third number is text clipping. Text clipping. So three type of text clipping. Number one is all or none string clipping. Number two, all or none character clipping. And number three, text clipping. Three type of text clipping algo. এটা একইভাবে করা যাবে পলিগন ক্লিপিং। জাস্ট আমি বলে দিচ্ছি কি হবে। ফার্স্ট ওয়ান, all or none string clipping is you have to consider the string, particular word which inside this windows. If this part of the word or string is not inside this windows, or suppose a part is half of the part inside this windows and half outside this windows, this string we will not consider. If the string completely inside this windows, we will only take this windows. If the string is completely outside the windows, we should reject this string. If the string, some portion of the string inside this window, some portion of the string outside this windows, like that, like the example 1, the text number 4, half portion inside this windows, half portion outside the windows. This string we will not consider. This string we will not consider. This string we will not consider. Only the text number 2 we will consider. You understand that if the first type is all or non-string clipping, that means we should check whether the string inside this totally windows, or it is outside this windows, or the half outside this windows. If the string, some portion of the string inside this windows and some other portion is outside windows, we will not consider the string. We will consider only the string that is completely inside this windows. This is the first type. Second type, all or non-characters clipping. That means if a half of the character, if all characters are inside the windows, we will only consider this character. And if a character completely outside this windows, we should reject this character. If a character, suppose in between the windows, boundary of the windows and outside this windows, inside this windows and outside this windows, if a character lay upon the border of the windows, any side of the windows, we should reject the characters. If the character completely inside these windows, then only we will take this characters. And other is called the text clipping. Third, number 3 type is a text clipping, where as we will take only, we will consider on the boundary of the windows. Is the fourth example. We need not to check whether it is completing the string, whether it is a complete character. We need not to bother of this. We just, if the text or the portion of the text inside this windows, we should take. That means cutting by this boundaries and the portion that is inside these windows we will consider. So therefore, there's three type of text clipping algo. One is we will consider only the text that is string that is inside these windows. Second type, we will only consider the character that inside these windows. And the third type, we will take only the boundary of the windows. Inside this boundary, everything will be considered.